Okay guys, what's going on? Quick update here for the police. This is going to be required for all police officers to understand how this is going to work. Before we had the police interaction menu, you would hit K, and I'm not talking about interacting with players here. I'm talking about the police interaction menu that would spawn these different items. We don't want to be using this anymore, guys, and the reason we're not going to use that anymore is because there's no way to delete those objects once they're spawned into the world. Don't ask me why, but that's just the way that is. So I went ahead and I found something a little bit better here, got this set up today, and this is what's going to happen, okay? So I'm going to do a little demo just to give you guys an example here. How should we do this? We'll do it like over here. Alright, so let's say that we have a vehicle accident here. Okay, sorry about that, I had a little interruption there. Always during the guides. Okay, so let's say that we have an accident that just occurred here in this intersection, and we don't want the traffic slamming into the police and things like that. We want to make it look a little bit cleaner until the flatbed can show up, until EMS can get there, whatever, you know, whatever the situation may be. You're going to hit F5, it's going to bring up the scene menu, okay? You're going to use the arrow keys to navigate up and down through here. You're going to start off with the objects menu, okay? And now we're going to get pretty much the same objects here, but we're going to get a little bit expanded upon, so it's pretty cool, actually. So the main one that you're going to be using most of the time for accident cleanups and things like that is you're going to be putting down the police slow barricade, okay? So you put down a couple of these in whatever way, and it's going to be whichever way your character's facing. So as you can see there, I was walking forward, it placed it behind me, but you guys get the general idea of how that works. There's also a big cone that you can put down. There's a small cone. There's a scene light, and I was told that this light actually works at nighttime. So if there's a traffic accident at nighttime, we want to set it up. You can set up lights like this and have the scene lit up to be able to see. Helps out a little bit there, makes it a little bit more realistic. We could also have a gazebo set up if it's a real hell of a scene. And then we can also go into the same menu and then just delete these objects, which is the greatest part about it. So if you can't clean up the scene, what's the point? So you can just go back through those, hit delete, and that will delete those objects for you, no problem. Now, the cool thing about this is you're going to be able to set a speed zone as an officer. And you can go right here to the radius. It's going to show you the size. We got that down to 25, so it's going to be a nice little circle around this these two lanes here, and probably even over into this lane maybe, but it'll be a nice circle around here, and you're going to see it's going to show up on the mini map down here to exactly show you how big of a zone you're making. So I'm going to set the speed to 0 because I don't want people crashing into me and things like that. You can set it to 5, 25, whatever you want to set it to. I'm going to keep it at 0 right now, and I'm going to go here to create zone and hit enter. Something went wrong there. What the hell? Oh. I think the radius was screwed up. Let me delete that. Yeah, that was turned all the way up. Oh, that's weird. If you click all the way down, once it's past the down, it goes all the way up to 200. That's why. Okay, well, I'm going to put this down to 20, guys. There's a good little example of how that works. But I'm going to hit create speed zone. Hit enter. And now you can see down here on the map, it created this highlighted white circle, and this is the speed zone, okay? So no AI traffic will move through this zone right now because I have the speed set to 0. So that light is green, these guys aren't moving. I don't have to worry about it, them crashing into our cars, killing us, things like that. So it's a huge bonus for this, but you gotta make sure before you clean these zones, and I'm seeing a lot of cops that are out here on the server and they'll have an accident, they'll call for a tow truck, and then they'll just drive away. You got to make sure that tow truck actually shows up and picks up that vehicle, because that's not always going to be the case. You might have to do it again and again. We got to make sure that we're cleaning up all these accidents, though, because those sort of things are going to slow down the server. So make sure you're cleaning up these traffic accidents. Last night I was playing as a criminal. I saw traffic accidents everywhere from prior incidents that never got cleaned up. So one of your responsibilities as an officer is to be cleaning up these scenes once you're done. So after I'm done with this scene, we get the traffic, or we get the bodies transported, we get the vehicles towed out of the way. Gonna hit F5, bring the menu back up, go to objects menu, delete these. Okay, I don't want to just leave these here, even though they are destructible and you can break them. I'm not gonna leave them here. I'm gonna go to the speed zone, and I'm hitting the backspace and the enter key to navigate through the menu, as well as the arrow keys. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to delete this speed zone. So now that it's not here, now this traffic Once they have a green light, you can see they're already making their right on red. Now all the traffic will go back to normal. I just hit delete to close the menu out, and I can go back on my way. Bada bing, bada boom. We got the scene cleared up officially, and this is how we're going to be doing it out here. So I want all the police to make sure you're doing things proper out here, guys. The police on the server are almost like admins of the server. They need to be out here setting a good example, doing things the right way, and if you don't, you're going to be removed from the police force, guys. Pretty blunt. You know, if you're out here abusing your force or abusing your power, you're driving like an asshole, you're being an idiot, you're going to be kicked off the police force. And if you get mad, then, you know, you can just leave the server altogether. This is all for us all to have fun. Not just your own selfish fun, but everybody to have a good time out here, guys. So, let's keep it light. Let's have a good time, guys, and I will see you out on the server. All right, later.